across the nation to preview spring practice. We're going to lead off with David Waters from Gators Breakdown, of course, covering Florida football. Dave, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, Mark. Doing good. Busy time. Is there's no such thing as an off season anymore, Mark. So it's just it just keeps on going. It slows down, but there's no such thing as an off season anymore.
It doesn't exist. I have people that don't cover or follow college football that ask me all the time when the season's over, what are you going to talk about? Yeah, don't get me started what we're going to talk about. It's just crazy. So looking at Florida football, give us the pluses, the minuses, what you're looking for, what's really going to get your attention. Obviously, the breaking news, God forbid somebody gets hurt. Those sorts of things are going to break at some point in camp. That's going to take your attention. But at least at the outset, what has your eye?
For the first time, Mark, and who knows how long we feel somewhat confident about the quarterback position with Felipe Franks. There's still some part of Gator Nation that doesn't want to fully come around, and we'll see where it goes. You got Felipe Franks, Emory Jones, Kyle Trask, Jalen Jones, true freshman, as well, going to be all taking part in spring. But it is Felipe Franks' job first and foremost. Can Emory Jones? I guess the question is, can Emory Jones improve enough from the end of last year and through spring practice to where this is somewhat of a competition when Florida rolls around and plays Miami game one? If you're asking me, I still think it's Felipe Franks' job. Can he lose it during the season? Maybe. Maybe. At some point, maybe. But I still think as we go into spring, most of Gator Nation feels somewhat confident about Felipe Franks leading this team.
Talking Florida football with David Waters from Gators Breakdown. He's right here on YouTube. You can also catch him on your favorite audio platform, and it's the very best in Florida football coverage without a doubt. Let's also keep in mind, everyone, that we've got the Super Chat going right here. One of the reasons we're bringing everyone through, we want to get your contribution here to Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. And keep in mind, we are launching a Patreon channel that just was underway just a couple days ago. You're going to get some exclusive content there. Please join us on a Patreon. Dave, I've got a large Miami contingent here. Of course, that's game one, August 31st, may get moved back a week. We still have yet to hear on that. Miami fans are pumped for this game. They think the Gators have been dodging them forever. What's the Gator fan base take on Miami?
Marco, go to Twitter. Go to Twitter right now. It hasn't since Florida and Michigan. That game has went final. It has been full bore. Okay, it's most time when you look at a game or a rivalry game, hey, it's Florida Georgia week. It's Florida FSU week. Well, this is Florida Miami off season. Leading all the way up to that first game of the season. Florida Miami still waiting on the NCAA to approve ESPN wanting to kick off the 2019 season with Florida and Miami. So more than likely, Mark, I would say if you're asking me, it's a 90% chance that game, I say right now, it's being played August 24th, not August 31st. Their NCAA more than likely will approve it, and Florida Miami will be playing all in a game by themselves. But yeah, Gator Nation's ready for this one. The whole dodging thing, from a Gator side, of course, I can sit there and explain why it doesn't. If you're a Miami person, I can understand completely why you think that's the case. That's just the way it is. But we'll see. Florida, last time they beat Miami, 2008 season. We all remember Will Muschamp and Al Golden going back and forth 2013 with that game, and Florida coming off a really good season. But then 2013 was just probably one of the most injury-riddled teams I'd ever seen. So Florida wants to get a little bit of revenge for that, and we'll see if Tate Martell gets cleared for Miami. That would be a big storyline going in. And Mark, I think the biggest storyline in the game, though, Florida's got to figure out 4 offensive linemen sometime this spring, going into fall camp next year against a very athletic Miami front. So it's game one. They'll be trying to figure out a new offensive line going against that Miami athletic front. And so that's what Florida will have their hands full with when they go against Miami in game one.
Dave, we're both nerds when it comes to college football. We like to know the personnel, the breakdowns, the depth charts. If you can give me one guy that you really want to find out more about during spring practice that you think it's going to be a key series of 15 practices for him, who would be that guy for Florida?
Wide receiver Jacob Copeland. Florida's loaded. Florida is returning every wide receiver from last year's team, led by Van Jefferson, Trayvon Grimes, Tyree Cleveland, Kadarius Toney. There's your leading four. But what's going to happen? Jacob Copeland was a true freshman last year. He got redshirted. Really highly rated off wide receiver coming in from as a freshman last year. A lot of comparisons to can he play that maybe Percy Harvin role along with Kadarius Toney there? He'd be that playmaker. So I think that's the player I'm really looking at. He's going to be the highest rated wide receiver Florida will have. And can he, as a redshirt freshman, come in and push for playing time with a senior heavy wide receiver core that the Gators have?
David, you do an amazing job. I always look back at our times together, knocking out SEC breakdown, good times, fun times. You've moved it on from there and have done a great job of building your brand there with Gators Breakdown. And again, people, if you don't like Florida football, but you love college football, I say you still jump online and you check out Gators Breakdown, whether that be on YouTube or the audio versions on your favorite platform. Dave, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it, man.
Hey, Mark, yeah, thanks. And I'm excited you're launching your Patreon thing and getting even more out there. But yeah, thanks for all you've done for me, too, when we got everything started to begin with. I think you were probably the first one to bring me on to talk Gators. That's the first time I'd ever done it. So can't thank you enough. And yeah, what a long way it's come for both of us.
I may not have much talent myself, but I can spot it. So there we go. All right, Dave, you have a great night.
Thanks, Mark. You too, man.